The Community Service Project is a project that PBMS students organize in their last year of middle school. The purpose of the project is to help students learn what actions they can take to help their community while making a difference.
The Community Service Project is important because it's the culminating project of the IB experience. It gives our students the opportunity to see a problem and solve real-world challenges. They start by researching, then planning, then they go into the action phase, and then reflection, which involves presenting and hopefully distinction if they feel their project's at that level.
The first step in the project is to be inquirers, one of the 10 IB traits. Students will brainstorm what they are passionate about and what issue they think is most important to them. They will also keep a process journal, somewhere to jot down every step needed, as well as any ideas that come to mind.
We did this project because we've been participating with Autism Tree for a few years and we wanted to give back to the community.
We were trying to figure out a way to maybe lighten up the kids in like foster care, homeless shelters, like lighten their days.
PE teachers reached out to me and they needed poles painted for particular units for PE, and I thought, why not do it?
We had a series of ideas at first and we just kind of combined them. Some of it had to do with, a lot of it was drives, so we just kind of thought of that.
The second step in the project is to plan. Students should keep track of everything needed, such as materials, data, and other footage. They can also reach out to different organizations, advisors, and teachers who can help and support them.
Well, we first needed to contact the lady who works with the foundation and to make sure, like, what do they need? Is it okay if we donate, like, a lot at once?
We kind of had to meet a lot, and I just wrote down when we met, what we did, and what we still needed to do.
Well, we needed to figure out where the donations would come from, so where we were going to put the boxes, especially what we were going to collect.
Mr. Doom, he got a couple of buckets of paint, and then I started planning out when I was going to do it and how.
The third step in the project is to take action. Students will follow their process journal notes and begin making an impact in their community. They will plan and organize their events, advertise by making posters, and reach out to their peers.
I painted during Thanksgiving break, and I plan to in a couple of weeks. Doing the first coat took about 3 hours, and hopefully I'll finish the second coat soon.
Well, we had to advertise for getting the donations, so we made flyers detailing what we needed to donate and what the time period was.
We collected things and waited for about a month. Then we packaged everything and put it on the person's doorstep who collects all the stuff to bring down to Tijuana.
And then we met once a week for, I think, like a couple months, and then we'd come up with plans and we each start working on it. We had a to-do list for everyone.
Yeah, and we each kind of did a separate thing and it helped us to stay moving.
The fourth and final step is reflection, another one of the 10 IB traits. Students will take all of their notes and footage and reflect on what they did. They'll ask themselves questions such as, what worked? What would you do differently? And what did you learn? Finally, they'll create a presentation for the gallery walk, where all of the other 8th graders will showcase their project.
I think we did achieve most of what we wanted. Personally, I think it was a surprise that we got so many donations in the first part.
And I think there's more that we can do, and I think that we're gonna do it, and I just think it's gonna help a good amount of people.
I think we hit our goal. $3,000 is a lot of money, and we raised a good amount.
It definitely wasn't what we were expecting.
Yeah, I thought we had almost 80 kids,
Yeah.
75 kids.
I think it went pretty good. I mean, it's not the most difficult project, but it definitely took labor and a lot of hours. But I think it'll make a good impact and make the school more like a community.
Students can be successful by following the timeline given. If they follow that timeline, it actually makes the service project simple.
Start looking around. You don't need to start doing anything yet. You just need to like look around what you want to do.
Make sure you think of your marketing, because you can plan a great event or a great activity, and if you don't market it well, there's no one there to support it.
Be in touch with your advisor and consistently contact them.
Make sure you write everything down for your future, for your notes, and so you have everything.
Be realistic in what you're ready to carry out.
I think just being open-minded through the whole thing, just to any surprises that might come along.
I've noticed students are more successful if it's something they're passionate about. If it's something that speaks to their heart and they want to really solve that problem, those seem to be the more successful projects.
The Community Service Project is a very important part of IB learning, and PBMS takes pride in all the students that have made a difference, whether it's big or small.
We get a lot of feedback from people out in the community when they see our students in action, and it is true, one small action by many makes a pretty big impact. So just knowing that this is one of those projects that are real life and you really do make a difference.
Even if their project did not turn out the way they wanted, at the end of the day, every student will learn key skills needed for future success.